Whether they want to admit it or not, most people have at least a small desire to be rich and famous, right? You never have to worry about money, you get attention from millions of people, and you can get basically any girl you want. It sounds pretty good, but there are actually a lot of drawbacks to being famous, and I would argue that in some cases these outweigh the perks. I know it might be a bit jarring to hear me say, hey guys, let's empathize with the depression of famous people. Whenever a rich and famous person talks about mental health, a ton of people are like, aw, sucks for you, a person with millions of fans and millions of dollars is depressed. Now, I love attention and money as much as anyone else, and I'd love to have a substantial amount of both, obviously, but there's a certain level of wealth and fame that I'd never want to attain, and once I explain why, you probably won't either. Justin Bieber is a great example of this. In a Vogue interview that I'm leaving the link to in the description, he talked about his struggle with depression. I know it may seem like, why would Justin Bieber be depressed? But imagine not being able to have a real childhood. Remember, like, in 2011 when everyone hated him? When I was a kid, I used to love participating in that, I frickin' hate JB bandwagon. And remember those, Kill JB Happy Wheels levels? Those were hilarious to me at the time, and I'm sure a lot of you guys hated on him and played Happy Wheels levels where you killed Justin Bieber as well. I'm honestly not really sure why we all hated on him though. I mean, he was a talented kid, but anyway, imagine millions of people constantly hating on you, having no one to turn to but your label executives and parents because he was literally Justin Bieber. I mean, do you really think he could have made friends with anyone his age as Justin Bieber? He never got to experience his teenage years. Remember when he pissed in that mop bucket and said fuck Bill Clinton and the media would not stop talking about it? Dude, that's some shit any drunk teenager would do, but because it's him, he gets absolutely flamed for it.
Justin Bieber apologizes to Bill Clinton. Yes, you guys, this story just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah, fuck you. People are like, think about how you influence your fans, Justin. And I mean, yeah, true, but he was literally a kid at the time. He didn't choose to be dragged into all this. He's punched paparazzi before, but I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing if I literally could not ever leave my house or do anything without being constantly harassed. He literally can't even talk to normal people without them knowing who he is. He's talked about how he doesn't even know who his true friends are because how do you know people aren't just using you for fame and money, you know what I mean? Being that famous seems extremely isolating. Everything you do is being closely watched by a group of wannabe journalists ready to drag your name through the mud for some clicks at any second. Everyone you consider a friend may not even give a shit about you, just your status. Your fans don't even like you, they just like the thing you do that makes you famous or what you represent. They don't know you as a person. I feel like if I were that famous, I wouldn't have anyone to turn to. It seems like kind of a lonely feeling, and dating seems pretty out of the question unless you date another famous person, but even that doesn't really seem to work out very often. Another example is Notch, the creator of that Lego ripoff game. I'm kidding, obviously, don't flame me. He's spoken about this multiple times. He's tweeted, "The problem with getting everything is you run out of reasons to keep trying and human interaction becomes impossible due to imbalance." The imbalance he's referring to is yet again the lack of interaction he can have with normal people considering he's insanely rich and they know it. Here's another example, the legendary, the epic Lil Pump. He's the last person you'd expect to give a shit about anything, but even he posted that he didn't want to live anymore on his Instagram story once. I honestly would not want to trade places with him either. He got addicted to codeine, which is why he's a chubby boy now. He surrounded himself with fake people who only want him for clout. Harvard dropout kind of flopped, so imagine seeing your numbers decrease, constantly being told that you're becoming irrelevant when relevancy is the only thing you have left to cling on to. Because what will he have when he's irrelevant? Some money that's slowly running out and every person that he considered a friend will slowly fade out of his life. I actually feel bad for him. It's not just about fame. Even winning the lottery must suck because then everyone will only hit you up to ask for money. You'll notice that your friends will start to become a little more friendly with you. Again, of course I would love money and some attention, but I'm just saying I would never want to be an A-list celebrity. That sounds horrible to me. I know this video was a bit thematically different from my other videos. I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about, and a lot of people seem to think the issues of famous people are automatically invalid just based on the sole fact that they're famous, when in reality, famous people have to deal with some issues that we don't really understand or think about a lot. If you made it this far in the video, which is not very far at all considering this video was short as fuck, comment what you'd like to see me talk about next, because I want to upload more, but I'm kind of no longer interested in hopping on YouTube drama bandwagons, if you haven't noticed. But I do want to remain sort of a commentary channel for now, so yeah, just tell me what you'd like to see. And yeah.